So have you guys ever seen something that like you thought looked really, really cool, but you didn't know how to write it to make it look really cool? So I did that because like I've always wanted to learn how to do it, and I just think it's really neat how people can like use the pressure, the brush to get it different. So like when you go down and it's thicker like that, you're putting more pressure, and when you're going up, you want it like no pressure on it, so it's really, really thin, and then it gets it to look like cool like that. That's me trying to do lettering. I'm not the best at it. So I basically just I saw it somewhere and thought it was really cool, so I asked my mom to get me like the markers for it, and she ended up giving me a book or two about it. And I didn't really look at them, I just kind of like ignored them for a while until like we did the Genius Hour, and I thought this would be cool because I didn't know how to do it. So I just looked up like YouTube videos on how to do it, or I just looked at pictures like these, and I just tried to like recreate them. And then after like doing it a few times, I figured out like how to get the right pressing for everything. And then, I mean, I use line paper or printer paper, it doesn't really matter. People can get slanted paper, so if you have the really like fancy pens, you can slant them. So it was just hard to try to get everything like perfected because I wanted it to be like exactly how they wrote it and exactly how other people had it. And it was hard to find the time to just sit down and go through the entire alphabet or like write some like the whole thing. So if I did it again, I just want to be more consistent about it and maybe try different fonts, because I kind of just like write how I normally do but just make it fancier, or like do how someone else has it. And I want to be more consistent about when I do it. So say, okay, I'm going to sit down for 20 minutes tonight and do it, and not just sit down and just like write a few things and then just be done with it. So I'll write a few things. Do you want me to show what I did too, or no?
Yeah, it's a juke. Just takes a second to come on.
Because like I have these ones that I want these shown.
Sure. Whatever you want.
So these are really bad. I'm not the best at this, but like that's an example of when you come up, you want it to be thinner, and then when you come down, you want it to be thicker. And this was a marker I hadn't used before, so it looks a lot better than the other ones because some of the markers get frayed as you use them. And then, like this one I made a while ago, and then I made it, how do you zoom out on this one? So this one, like I messed up down here, so then I redid it because I like have done this more. But, yeah. Does anyone want me to write something? Maybe.
Cassidy, me.
I heart braided.
Okay. Do you have a color preference? No, just any color.
Black and red. Red for the heart, obviously.
The black is frayed.
Huh?
Like the ends are split, so it looks bad when you write.
Alright, Braden, what color do you want?
Purple.
Purple. Purple or red?
So
I'll give it to you for your birthday.
I do it different than some people, but when you go down, you just have constant pressure, and then when you do the parts across the eye, I just make them super thin, and then like that, and then I also write my A's really weird, so. But I'm just making sure it's thin when I'm going up and then really thick when I'm coming down. And when you're just starting, they have like a thinner end on them. So you can just write it out and then just like fill in where you want it to be thicker at. that good?
Yes, but like for the eye, could you put like a little heart above the eye? Like just a little one?
Thanks.
You need a heart too, don't you?
Huh?
You need a heart too, don't you?
Oh, and then a big red one. You don't need a color, you just need it like.
You want a heart above the eye?
So like you know when you draw eyes, you like put a dot.
Well, it's
Yeah.
a capital I.
No,
Still.
there's a lowercase.
Like put a little heart.
Oh, in Braden, okay, that makes sense.
Is that good enough, Nate?
Yes, I love it.
You're welcome.
I want it. Yo, you got a Notre Dame one last week.
Is that it?